Hola.
Hello there.
Hello there. We are back. And Fulcrum is now one of the first to come in. That is brilliant.
Hashtag first.
You popped in at the end before. So what's our topic of today, Zach?
Well, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was an episode of the Book of Boba Fett. And I don't know, it might have been okay. I think we should go into that. Let's start with you, Alex. What were your thoughts about this episode?
I mean, I haven't even seen it yet. So no. It was not only was it an improvement in all respects, it was an improvement for Star Wars in almost every way that we kind of needed. Although the only downside is obviously it's a Mandalorian episode in a Boba Fett show. So that's something that needs to kind of get cleared up as to why it is that this is happening. I don't know if it's like just organization or they ran out of ideas or this is just what they thought would make the show good. I don't know, but it was definitely the best episode of any Star Wars series so far, I think, ever. And that's my 2 cents.
Retweet. Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't care. I guess I don't look at things big picture in terms of that this was Boba's show and the spotlight has kind of been stolen from him. But I feel like they're smart. Like these creators, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, Robert Rodriguez, like I can't imagine that his arc isn't going somewhere in the finale or that this all has no purpose to the larger scheme of the show. So I enjoyed it. I don't even care if it stole his spotlight. Like this is just like peak Star Wars, and I'm stealing what Star Wars Theory always says, but it's like he doesn't like the use of the word cameo because it's like they're all existing in the universe together at once. So why would you not want to highlight how their stories overlap, their relationships with each other? If this one point in time, all of these characters are living it up, like show me all of them. So I'm not opposed to some tangents in the storyline, and I do think it's all building up to like I'm not even ready for the finale. Like I'm almost scared.
I just can't handle it.
I'm not gonna watch it because I don't think I can handle it.
This was the finale for me, guys. I'm done.
Honestly, I don't know how they could beat this. But I do think that the cameos, as you said, didn't really they worked because it just felt organic. Like it didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like they were just doing it for fan service like the sequels had a tendency to do in terms of the dialogue a lot. But these all felt natural. Like of course the Pike Syndicate would hire the best bounty hunter in the galaxy, probably next to Boba Fett, to oppose Boba Fett. Like of course they would. And of course Ahsoka would be interested in talking to Luke and visiting with Luke. It just all made sense to me. There was nothing that felt forced or out of place.
Amen.
Yeah, let's talk about the cameos actually. I mean, from your perspective, obviously Luke was a huge improvement, as we can see here. Even in this like little, I'm glad I found this image, but this image right here where he looks to the right over Ahsoka, he looks a lot like Anakin, or Hayden, as you will, in a way. You know, he just has that same kind of demeanor and look. And I thought that the moment I saw him look like that, I was like, oh shit, that was eye-opening for sure. But on that note, Luke is obviously an improvement. Ahsoka's always welcome. A lot of people were kind of talking about kind of Cad Bane. Either his hat wasn't big enough, or his mouth wasn't wide enough, or he was too pale, or whatever. What's your guys' perspective on how Cad was portrayed?
I think it's the same situation with Ahsoka. Like translating a cartoon character into live action, something is going to get lost in translation. Obviously, they're not going to look exactly the same, but everybody makes comparisons all the time. Like, Christopher Lee does not look like his rendition in the Clone Wars, like in real life, because it's a cartoon, like it's a caricature. I personally thought Cad Bane looked terrifying. Like, I think they did an incredible job of heightening the fear aspect of his character. Like, he was just so horrifying. And I did see like a fan, people already, I mean, it's been like 24 hours, and people are already like fixing this is what he should look like. And it did like darken the blue color of his skin, like elongate his face. But honestly, like, I was not like, oh my god, he doesn't look like his cartoon. I thought, oh my god, he looks incredible and he looks terrifying. So maybe I'm just not, I don't know. I'm not as picky about it, I guess.
I think I said something similar when Ahsoka showed up in Mandalorian, but if the only complaint that you have is that Cad Bane looked a little weird, or like his hat is a little too thin or whatever, then they did a fantastic job. I thought he did look a little weird initially, but he's grown on me, and exactly what Kat said. We're used to seeing him in animation. Everything is exaggerated in animation, so I'm fine with Cad Bane. I think he looked pretty damn good. I mean, I'd like to see the behind the scenes of like the prosthetics that the actor had to wear. I'd be interested in seeing that. But I thought he looked great.
Now, Zach, I want to ask you as our encyclopedia on standby. Somebody, I don't even know how old Cad Bane is. Somebody made a comment on one of my videos that he would be like 80 or 90 right now. Can you attest to that?
I also heard 70.
I believe he's in his 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of like his lifespan for his species, I don't think that's clear in canon. So they could probably say, well, he's only middle-aged or whatever. It's not necessarily correlated to human lifespan, which I think they should do, because having a 72-year-old bounty hunter doesn't really make a lot of sense. That's not what I want to be doing when I'm 72.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard something. I mean, I just based off of the comments and like videos that I post about him, like my past video about him, they were saying like his species only lives to 80 generally. I don't know how true that is. I don't know enough lore, but that's what I'm seeing. The general consensus, it seems like either people are like, yeah, he's old, he's supposed to look like that. That's the reason why he looks the way he is. And when I first saw it, I was like, he looks fine. I thought he looked great. I had no problem with pretty much any of it. The mouth kind of reminded me of Lord of the Rings a little bit, but like way better.
Those teeth.
If that makes sense. Like, remember,
the mouth of Sauron.
Yeah, the mouth of Sauron. Yeah, only that CGI was pretty bad. It's pretty dated if you look at it. Now obviously that's not CGI. It's just his actual mouth, and it looked great. I thought I had no real issues with most of it. I think maybe if it was a little bluer, but aside from that, I mean, I had no problem. Everything was great.
I think that was the first thing I noticed, is he was a little pale. The shade of blue is definitely more pale than we're used to. But I mean, yeah, maybe that's with age. Maybe they get a little paler. I don't know.
Or maybe it was just a color correction thing. Maybe he's way bluer, like in behind the scenes. If we see,
yeah, they were also in like the bright natural daylight of the desert.
Yeah, they went for very muted colors in those scenes. Red sticks out though, so his eyes were definitely popping.
Oh, he just looks so good. Oh, I hope that he comes back. I mean, there's no way, right? We're gonna see him again in the finale. I hope, but
yeah.
If we don't, I swear to God.
The tease of the century.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and Zach said a lot. He said a lot. Animation is a medium for being able to express a lot of things that you can't express in live action. So I never thought we were ever going to see Cad Bane in live action just because of how he looked. But I thought they did a fine job. There's a lot of edits out there right now of people who kind of made his face longer and made him bluer. It looks good too. I mean, I think I have no issues with either side. I think both look great. So that's my 2 cents. I was just curious what you guys thought. If you guys are fine with it too, it seems like the general consensus of the silent majority is fine with it.
Yeah. How how immediately did you know it was Cad Bane? I already asked Alex this a couple days ago, but like Cat, did you know immediately in the first shot where he was out in the desert?
Yes,
Okay,
that
yeah.
second they definitely made it like faint enough that a fan who's not a Cad Bane fan or didn't watch the Clone Wars would be like, "What?" But for like people who know his silhouette, like it's like they made it so that it would be immediately recognizable. Like, and that's that moment. I just like that's when all of my brain cells just like stopped functioning because it was just one surprise after the other in this episode, and I told this like I think I said this to Tom in our live stream last night. Like Cad Bane was a plausible cameo in this show that everyone had been talking about and hyping up and predicting that he would appear because it totally makes sense. Yet
Mhm.
after this, the entirety of that past episode, like I was just not in that headspace. I was thinking about Ahsoka, Luke, all the references to Yoda and Anakin, and just like my mind was completely blown that by the time I saw it, I was just like, this is something that we had all been predicting since the start of the show, and I'm still completely shocked now to see him after the setup of that episode. Ugh, there's too
Yeah,
many.
Exactly.
and what's so interesting about it is, you're watching the episode and like you're hearing like, oh, this episode is going to be, we're going to see Luke and everything. It's like, no, we're not. We're going to see like a little glimpse of something, and then we're going to see some more Boba Fett not speaking or something. I don't know. And then we not only got that, but we got Ahsoka, and then we got Grogu training, and then we got uh, Yoda's lightsaber, which I think we're going to talk about that a little later. But um, it was just the episode just kept getting better, and it kept surprising me over and over again. And then I was thinking to myself, it's like for a Dave Filoni episode, of course it's going to continually get better. He's going to jam pack everything he possibly can on his episode, because why wouldn't he? He's Dave Filoni, right? But that was kind of how I saw it. Like every 5 minutes, it just kept getting better, and I haven't seen a show like that in a very, very long time. That in Star Wars, in a Star Wars realm, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's been very dull and boring for a lot of it, at least for me.
So, kind of going back to Cad Bane, but I I kind of relate to what you said, Kat, where like I wasn't in the headspace to expect him to show up, even though it
Yeah.
was definitely possible. And I think I remember thinking after they cut away from like Luke training Grogu, I was like, well, it's the episode's almost over, and I don't know what the title meant, like a stranger from the desert or whatever. And then as soon as I saw Cad Bane, I was like, oh, this makes so much sense now. That makes so much sense.
It didn't even hit me till I went back to edit my reaction and I grabbed the screen grab of the title. I was like, holy bleep, that's what they meant. Like I had completely forgotten about the title at that point. Like I wasn't even thinking about the desert anymore because so much had transpired since then that I had completely forgotten the title of the show. But
Yeah, I was like, were they talking about Cobb Vanth? Because he's not really a stranger. I mean,
yeah.
we know who he is. And then
Oh, did he survive, Zach?
I'm pretty. He got shot in the shoulder. He's fine. He's fine. Just
Took
rub some
just
dirt on
a
that.
bullet wound. He's okay.
I thought it was funny how he shot Cobb once, and then the deputy who didn't even have his gun out, he just fucking shot like 5 shots at him.
He's like, fuck this guy in particular.
Yeah, he's like, I just really don't like this motherfucker. He needs to die.
That character's sole purpose was to die. Like, and I'm pretty sure they made him as annoying as possible so that you would be happy that he died. Because I was rooting for Cad Bane there. I didn't want him to kill Cobb Vanth, but I was like,
No.
yeah, Cad, just go insane. Do your
Take
thing.
out this side character that we don't have any feelings for.
I'm just so used to like characters like him, like that you've known forever, just kind of show up into like a new like show or something, and then just get like shit on or crapped on, and like made like he's totally out of character. Like he doesn't win. Like they always ruin characters nowadays in a lot of shows, and like I just felt like anytime Dave messes with any character that's in his baby, the Clone Wars, it's always to justice, and it's always it's always done very, very well. So.
Yeah, Dave's never gonna give his characters the season 8 Game of Thrones treatment. He's never gonna do that.
Stop. The shade. Now, I wanted to come for you guys after that episode because after we did our Ewok that week and you were both like, nah, this is going to be. They're planting that seed about Grogu and Luke. That's going to be a side thing. We're going to not see that till Mando season 3. And I really believed you guys. I was like, God dang it. I think I got to lower my expectations because Zach and Alex might be right. And then that episode happened and I was like, these suckers. I need to
Okay.
interrogate them.
But
Well,
it made it even better for you though, because you
Exactly.
weren't expecting it.
But
True.
conventionally, you wouldn't have 2 episodes of a show like not at all feature the main character. So like that's just what we were thinking. Like surely they wouldn't do it again. And then the mad sons of bitches did it.
They're like, we didn't include him in the last episode, so let's include him in this episode, but he won't say a word. Like, oh,
watch
okay,
him.
for sure.
Watch him not be in next week's either. he's like, I've
He's
got
like,
to go
I
to
need
the
to go.
Polynesian spa.
Like a bantha.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
He goes to the
He's just in the
Polynesian
back
spa.
to tank. He's like, dude, I
Yeah,
need
he's
to
in
get
the back to tank the whole episode.
Yeah, he's like, someone forgot to turn it off, bro. What happened? It's like, oh, we won already. It's like, oh,
Nobody woke me up.
Yeah,
nobody woke
that'd
me
be-
up.
That'd be funny.
Are we allowed to talk predictions now? Because
Yeah, we
I
can
don't-
go to predictions.
that led me to believe, like, I don't know. I feel like no, they wouldn't do that. But it really made me question because you are right, and I do feel like I'm questioning why is the ultimate character of this show, the title character, not present in these very like groundbreaking, pivotal episodes, and it made me think like, are they trying to brace us for killing him off like in the finale, but like straying away from Boba to focus on other characters? Like, are they just gonna kill him off and this is them trying to lighten the load by like making him absent in these past 2 episodes?
Well, usually when shows do that, it's like the opposite. With like, I remember watching when I watched The Walking Dead. Like, you could always tell when a character was gonna die because they'd have like this episode that featured them, and it like they were like doing really emotional things and having really emotional talks with other characters, and you're like, oh, so this person's gonna die. Like they're trying to tug on my heartstrings so that it hurts when they die. So it would be interesting if they did that after trying their best to not show Boba for the last 2 episodes.
You make a good point.
I don't think he's gonna die though. I think they're gonna use him going forward. I think we're gonna get like an Avengers style movie or something with like Ahsoka and Din Djarin and Boba Fett and who knows who else. But yeah, I think we're gonna get that kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric. We
Yeah.
kind of agree.
Yeah.
You
That
don't
was
have to
one of my-
think about that.
I don't think I should take a sip of water. I'll do the
I
same.
think I texted Alex when I was watching it, and I said something very similar to this. Like, it sucks that all of this ends in the sequels. Like,
That's not
sucks.
the ending though. Like, there's
Yeah, and-
more after that. Hopefully.
And Zach's my realist, dude. I was like in ecstasy, just so happy about the episode, and then I see that come from Zach, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. No, I'm not. No, I'm not as
Stop.
happy. Now I can actually sleep.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Fulcrum, good point.
Wow, he's not making a joke.
Or is he?
Or is he?
You can never tell.
We
with
never
these
know.
things. Yeah, that's how I felt at the end. I was like, oh, there's not another cameo. I was like
And
a heroin
I guess-
addict.
Well, I don't assume that we'll know what Grogu chose, right? We'll only know that in Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure they're going to cut it there. I mean, we've been saying this forever now when they're going to cut the whole
You
Grogu.
don't
and
learn.
Vader
I'm
thing.
not
Like,
listening to you guys anymore.
Are they just going to show half of the finale going to be Grogu and Luke again? And then they're going to go to like
I
a war
think it
halfway done. And it's like, oh, wait, what just
has
happened?
to be. Because I
Like,
feel
I
like
don't-
they would not have put so much attention on Grogu and Luke. I feel like if they weren't going to be further involved in this storyline, they would have cut their cameo after Mando left. But they didn't. They focused so much on his training and Luke's kind of like trepidations about raising him and whether he still is connected too much to Din Djarin. And I feel like that insinuates to me like they both had too much involvement in this episode to just be a
Mhm.
tangent for Mando season 3. I feel like they have to be integrated. I feel like Luke is going to Tatooine. Like, that's why he gave him the armor. I think like I feel like all roads point to Luke getting involved in this somehow, and some sort of civil war breaking out amongst all of them, because Luke is a huge. It's not like he's just a random Jedi. He's a part of Boba's past, and all of this, all roads should point back to Boba. Hopefully,
Was I talking to you about this, Zach? Where I was saying there's no way Luke's gonna get involved, but then I don't know if it was you or someone else that said it. They're like, oh yeah, but what if Grogu chooses the Mando armor and then he takes him back to Din? And I was like, would he do that though? And I was like, I guess if he does do that, he would find himself in the middle of a war. But I don't see him wanting to even seeing any value or like
Yeah.
it just doesn't. It wouldn't fit his character at all to be involved in that on Tatooine, really at all.
And it would feel like, oh, they're really just having Luke come in and save the day again for the second straight finale of a Star Wars show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it just
Mm.
makes it makes the universe very small. And it's like he
I
doesn't
don't
need to be involved.
I don't know if he would come in to save the day, though. I feel like,
he shows up at the end after the conflict's over.
yeah, or it like, because Grogu's under his protection. He knows exactly what Cad Bane said. Boba's true character. He is a cold-blooded killer who worked for the Empire. That's the extent of Boba Fett that Luke knows. Like, and so if he were to go and see that he is still alive and Mando's working with him, I feel like there's going to be a little civil war amongst them. Like some sort of conflict is going to break out amongst all these characters. Because why would Luke, in good conscience, leave Grogu with Mando if he thinks Mando's working with this bounty hunter?
Yeah, that would be so interesting. That's a great point.
Yeah.
I really want to see Luke interact with Boba Fett. Like I wanted to see that at the end of The Mandalorian, but Boba Fett was off flying his ship. So that's a great point. I kind of hope that happens.
The parents are going to be fighting over the baby.
The
It's going to be.
Beba and his Mando armor.
Oh, God. Stop. I saw some really, really, it was gorgeous, but it was so sad. It was actually, I think Theory posted it on his story, like fan art of a grown-up Grogu decked out full Mando armor, holding like Mando's
Did he have like a
helmet.
long ponytail or something?
Maybe, but to like insinuate that he had outlived Mando, obviously, and it was like him mourning Mandalorian. I was like, frick, like, stop. I can't.
Max Rebo is unkillable.
He is. He wasn't in the cantina. He dodged another bullet.
You just always knew, dude. They need a backstory about Max Rebo.
He took the day off.
It's just him chilling, and then he's just like, I just don't feel like going into work today. And then he looks over and everything's just blown up. He's like, oh. What
if he swoops in and saves the day at the end of the finale? Like they're getting their asses kicked, and then Max Rebo shows up. And
but he plays like the music that he plays, like shoots blasters.
Yeah, his music is so beautiful that it makes everybody lay down their arms. Like we just get a montage of everybody like hugging and coming together. And Max Rebo is responsible for it all.
Max Rebo is the key to all of this.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to find Max Rebo now.
They did not show him. You're right. He's
not. Yeah, he didn't die. He's fine.
I keep getting comments on the video, my reaction, like, I hope they're all okay. I'm like, the place effing blew up. Like, the windows exploded. Like, nobody in there is still alive, I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer because the Twi'lek lady, I just felt like they were gonna do something with her, and then if they just kill her off like this, it's kind of a bummer.
She was really boss, really cool. I really thought she was gonna have like a more pivotal moment, but I mean, they set us up. They built her up to be likable and then killed her off for effect.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Garza,
yeah.
Oh, the
Jennifer Beals.
The tan Twi'lek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked her character too. I was all about it, and then all of a sudden they just die. I'm like, oh no. But Max is not dead. That's the key.
No.
Max will never die.
Yeah, he achieves the power of immortality.
Is Max Rebo a Sith Lord?
That's the real question. That shot of SpongeBob was so decked out in that warrior armor. Do you know what he's talking about?
The little Mando, the little Grogu picture you had up.
Oh, gotcha. I'm only thinking
I'm
about
only-
Max. Yeah, exactly.
Where is Max Rebo? Is he safe? Is he all right?
Is he all right? Oh man, there's just so much. I mean, wait, that was last week. Wait, we even saw Jedi Temple flashbacks. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we haven't covered that yet.
Oh,
I totally, so much has happened. I totally forgot about that.
oh my god, I know.
Imagine
Like
if we
in-
saw Anakin.
In any other episode, that scene would have been the highlight, but it was like the 4th or 5th best thing of this episode, which is
I know.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Usually
so
that's all
funny.
all we would need to like just be freaking the hell out. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But it's like it just kept escalating and kept getting better, and I just couldn't handle it. Kat obviously definitely couldn't handle it.
Order 66 flashback. Well, I just was like this. Like that was just a warm up for hopefully what we're gonna see in Kenobi. Like I'm trying to brace myself. Wasn't expecting it in the context of this show. If you had told me in the Book of Boba Fett we were gonna be seeing the Jedi Temple and Order 66 flashbacks, I would have laughed in your face. But I'm just like,
Who do you think saved
Yeah.
him? Do you guys have any ideas?
I don't know.
It was Anakin.
He's like, this kid's too cute. I can't kill him.
You
He
are
looked
the
at him and he
only
was like-
exception.
Oh, thanks, Nick.
Oh, we both did. We did it again.
We keep pressing it.
Nick
We have two
Gundy.
admins now. Much love, Nick, dude. Thanks, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
the support.
Nick Gundy.
So I've heard 2 theories that are pretty interesting. The first is actually there's a drawing on the wall in that scene that apparently is Barris Offie's like, I don't know, what would you call it? Like not signature, but like her signet, like her symbol. So it matches her symbol, which would be interesting. I don't know how that would work. Maybe during Order 66, she's under Jedi supervision and then she escapes or something.
Whoa.
And then the other one is that Grogu is blocking out the fact that he used the dark side to save himself, and like he's repressing that memory.
Ooh.
So yeah, those are the 2 that I've found pretty
I
interesting.
like that one.
Because he's shown that he knows how to do the Force choke. So that there's evidence to support that.
You're right.
I
Baby
got no
Grogu,
guesses.
no.
any of you guys have any theories or any theories that you've seen that we haven't mentioned? I'm actually really curious. I mean, yeah, who's the librarian's name? What's her name?
Jocasta.
Jocasta knew.
Yeah, Jocasta knew. Yeah.
They'd have to
Maybe.
recast her because I think the actor's dead.
Oh
CGI.
no.
They'd have to get the parents'
These
permission
days,
too.
clearly.
She gets wrecked in the. I don't know if you ever played.
Hey, Aiden, thanks, dude.
I don't know if you ever played the Revenge of the Sith video game, but like she goes up to Anakin and she's like, "What's going on here?" And he just puts his lightsaber through her chest.
Wow.
What up, Bismo?
Hondo
is coming back to save the day, played by Johnny Depp.
I wanted to ask
What?
you guys, do you think there is going to be a bigger cameo in this finale, or was that the extent of the cameos that we've seen?
Oh, dude, I don't know, dude. It's probably gonna get better. I have no expectations because it's already surpassed everything. So.
Is it Robert Rodriguez? Is he directing it?
Oh,
I
do you guys?
I don't
Can you check
know.
that?
My guess is either him or John Favreau, but I heard Robert Rodriguez.
It would
So
make
was
sense.
it Rodriguez for the first 4, and then other
No.
directors for the or?
I think it was Rodriguez for 1 and 3, and then I don't think he's done anything since.
He's just a producer. He just gets producer credit.
I feel like he's the showrunner, and like him and Favreau are like the showrunners for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I hope they do a gallery for this one like they've done for Mando, because I want to see more about their process with CGI Luke, like what they changed between now and Mando season 2 finale. Like, I just,
Yeah.
I have no complaints about it. Mando season 2 finale, I was like, this is almost perfect enough that
Ooh.
I'm not bothered by the fact that it's not absolutely perfect. But this Luke Skywalker, I was like, I literally have not a single bad thing to say. Like, this looks
It
terrifyingly
looks too
identical.
good. So it looks
Yes.
too
Yeah,
good. That's why it's scary.
I went from having the stance that he needed to be recast if they were going to use him in any meaningful capacity to being like, I'm okay with this. If they can, and it'll only get better, I'm assuming. But like, if
So
they
we'll get it
used
again.
this Luke going forward, it's fine. Like that's absolutely fine. This looks like he's a real person, like 100% right there.
Yeah.
He looks like
Like if
Hayden
I were
Christensen
Mark
too.
Hamill, I would be scared.
Yeah.
Knowing like anyone can come for my identity like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just insane to me. I remember watching it just freaking out. Like I could like I mean, my girlfriend's a testament to that. She was like just laughing at me, fucking screaming and freaking out like a little kid again. Nothing quite like what happened with when he appeared, when I thought it was Ezra the whole time. And then I'm like, wait, no, that's Luke. That was when I lost my shit. That's when if we were streaming that, I would have been on the ground probably, like dying a little
Yeah.
bit.
Man, I wish
But
we were streaming for this last episode.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
god.
We messed up.
I
We
know.
done messed
We
up.
just
That's
can't
why I
predict
asked
these
you guys.
things.
I was like, I won't be able to do it because I'm just beat and I'll just look. All my eyes are all bloodshot and I looked like I was about to die. So I was like, if you and Zach want to do it, you guys should do it because I feel like it's going to be a good episode. And then Zach was like, eh, and then
Should've.
Kat was like, eh, and I was like, okay.
We
I
might
missed the
regret
watch
it.
parties though. They were so much fun.
We
Like,
goofed.
they were so much fun.
It was. It was.
We should try for one next week if you guys want.
If I didn't have
we
a job,
should.
I would.
We have accountability here. We have people, you guys as our witness. We are gonna.
Yeah, you guys should
try.
push us to do it. Like,
Yeah.
if you guys want us to do it, keep pushing because you're the
Put
reason why we do
public
it. You know?
pressure on us.
If we
Yeah.
don't, though, you guys should film your reactions, and then we should make like a reaction. We can each post our reactions, and then have like a reaction compilation of the three of us. That could be cute.
Ooh, I actually just discovered a new platform where we could stream onto this platform, but all of our dialogue will be split. So it's like we're not like our separate audio tracks. Sorry, I'm like tired. We'll have separate audio tracks. So like if we do that, we'll each be able to like have our own reaction without overlaying dialogue like coming in from your side or coming in from my side. So
Okay, so we wouldn't be able to hear each other.
yeah. So it would be like as if we're
That's
just recording
cool.
it by ourselves. So that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would
really
be cool.
clean
I like that.
audio. So we could probably
Yeah.
use that too. Eventually.
That sounds good. I'm gonna low key forget, like depending on how amazing the episode is, because I won't be
Ray or
hearing you
Zero,
guys,
sure.
so I'm gonna like forget that we're live and the episode's gonna end, and I'm gonna be like, I'll
Yeah.
forget to come back and debrief.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like anything that would just blow my mind. Like anybody who could show up that would just completely ruin me.
Yeah.
Bosk versus Black Chrysanthemum.
Oh.
But Bosk is boys with Boba. Like they have a working relationship, and I think they're kind of buds. So it'd be interesting.
But Boba's not Boba anymore, Zach. Come on.
Yeah, are they
Yeah,
still
but-
friends?
But Bosk is like he was in the Rise of Skywalker battle. Like I think he's one of the more moral bounty hunters. Like he showed up in his ship to fight against the First Order, apparently.
Aiden.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Dude, I'll kill myself if that happens. I'll
does
just kill
his laugh.
myself on stream.
He's just on like like those chairs that like go up the stairs really slowly. He's just like on one of those. It's just moving really, really slowly. Just like cackling. And it's just and someone just like, dude, can someone just kill him and so we can get this on? We can continue doing our thing.
Aiden,
Like,
don't give
Jesus.
Disney ideas. Says Fulcrum. Stop.
I don't think so. I don't think Luke and Grogu would win the fight. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just don't think so.
No,
I
Luke's
think-
not gonna want to
yeah.
involve himself. That
Luke would-
that type of business is below him. I feel like.
Luke would want to take like he wouldn't choose a side. In his eyes they'd all be criminals, and therefore he needs to stop them.
Yeah.
But let's move on to. We kind of touched on this, but like, it is Boba Fett's show, and he's been in. Well, he was in this episode, but like he didn't say anything. I I think the only complaint I had with this whole episode was that I felt they could have worked him in a little more. Like maybe he goes with Mando to see Cobb Vanth or
Mm,
something. You know, like tie him to it on a personal level, because you have him being really passive, and you have like Fennec being active and doing things for Boba Fett, and then you have Mando being active and doing things for Boba Fett, and you generally don't want your protagonist to be really passive. And I think Boba Fett's been the definition of passive for the last few episodes. That's just my take. Otherwise, it was a perfect episode.
yeah, I see. The problem is I'm very fine with where the show has gone. Like if these past few episodes were not as good as they have been, then I would be a little bit more upset that Boba was so absent in his show. But I can't complain about what we've been getting, so I'm kind of just like, I feel like a good balance about it. But I I'm a little bit concerned because it is his show. I feel like there's still so much of an arc that he could have, whether he is going to be fully, redeemed from his bounty hunter side or avenge the Tusken Raiders and take out some Pikes and have more flashbacks of his youth or something, or if he is going to snap and go Boba Beast mode like everybody has wanted him to this entire show. But it's like, if I don't know how they're going to be able to accomplish everything that still needs to be done to give him a meaningful arc if it's only a 48-minute episode again. Like this finale needs to be like an hour plus.
Like 3 hours.
I mean
Yeah.
that seriously. I'm not just saying that as a spoiled fan, but I think for the sake of the show, they need to give themselves time. There's so much still to do.
Yeah, but King Boomy's always been honorable though. But Boba Fett's been Boba Fett.
He's
I
a
don't know. I mean,
cold-blooded killer.
I understand what you're saying, but it's like I don't have faith that he's gonna be any different, really.
I just don't think we've had enough character moments with Boba
Yeah.
Fett. Honestly, like you could have they needed to make this series a bit longer. I think maybe like 11 episodes, because then you could have Boba Fett like bonding with his Rancor, like having like maybe he's like learning how to ride it or whatever, instead of having it instantly like him.
Yeah.
You can have
Sorry,
just
Nick.
more character moments with Boba Fett. I mean, to flesh him out, because right now I feel like he's kind of riding on his legendary status as a Star Wars character, and less on his this is an actual good character that we know
Mm.
the ins and outs of. But like Kat said, these last two episodes have been freaking amazing. So like I don't care as much as I would have had they not have been incredible.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
you're
don't
kind of
know
right.
what the idea was behind it, behind the whole. Let's just have 2 Mando episodes. But I mean, again, I'm not
It's
complaining
gotta
either.
tie
That's just all I have to
in.
say.
I trust that it's gonna. I don't know. I just feel like
Well,
these
it all
creators are
ties in. It's
smart.
Star Wars.
I
Like, no
know.
matter, you could have had anyone from anywhere in this episode, and be like,
That's
it ties
there's.
in. But like Yoda on a chair.
Oh my
Oh, he's bringing
We're
it
god.
bringing it back.
Grogu on a chair.
Yes.
Oh no, is it happening? Someone needs to make Grogu on a chair now.
Our merch. I feel like Boba's Zach makes a good point. I think his character development kind of peaked in episode 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the most phenomenal thing I've ever seen. That episode to me still holds up against these other 2 that we've gotten, just because I'm so hung up on how beautiful that episode was and the character development that it did for Boba. And then they kind of didn't go anywhere with that. Like, I was like, yes, let's get into his demons. Let's get into his past, his dad, like the clones, like whatever. Like, let's do it. And kind of nothing's happened about in regards to him since then. He's still been very much like a mystery for the remainder of the show following that episode. So I don't know. He's got to have a big moment. Something big's going to happen for him in the finale.
Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to is we know what he wants. We know that he wants to be a crime lord, and we kind of know why he wants it, but we don't know like how badly does he want it? Like how much does it really mean to him to see his goals accomplished? Like that's what I'm not getting a sense for from Boba Fett. It seems like the show is kind of just connected the dots and been like, this is what he wants, this is why he wants it, but they haven't really given us those moments that explain why he wants it, the emotion that he's feeling, whether it's due to his past, things he's learned from his dad, or like seeing the Tusken Raiders massacred, or he hasn't, like, aside from like that one line where he said, "Oh, I got them all killed by like, making a mistake or whatever." Like he hasn't touched on that again.
Yeah.
We just need more of those intimate moments with Boba Fett, those quiet moments, and then I'd also like to see moments of him being a complete badass too.
Yeah.
It just needs more episodes, I think. And that's really what I keep circling back to.
Yeah.
I think we're also just used to having shows non-Disney related shows just all be available so we could watch through all of them and kind of form an opinion, because it's like really tough to go episode by episode for a lot of these and judge a series. After the first one I was like, okay. After the second one I was like, okay, give it time. After the third one I was like, okay, and then the fourth one I was like, okay, come on. And then the fifth one came, and then I was like, okay, now we're not even on Book of Boba Fett. Sixth one's here, and it's like, okay, dude, what's happening? This is great, but what the fuck is happening? So,
do you guys think the show is going to end on a cliffhanger? Do you think everything will be resolved, or that there will be some unfinished business that's going to leak into the other shows?
I think there's going to be some unfinished business. I don't know what that'll be exactly, but I see them teasing us, and I see it being a very painful wait.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Kenobi's the next one, right?
Yeah.
I think Bad Batch. Right?
Maybe Bad Batch. But in terms of live action, is Kenobi coming before Andor? Do we know that?
I don't know.
Oh my god. What is there going to be a long period of time for no Star Wars?
I saw Josh from Den of Nerds theorizing that we might get Kenobi this summer, because I feel like Kenobi content needs to happen at Star Wars Celebration. I don't know.
Oh, which by the way, are you going, Kat?
I'm trying to. Have they dropped tickets? I saw that they officially released the dates.
Amanda's kind of on it, I think, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't think they are just yet.
Releasing
but a lot
tickets.
of people aren't releasing their tickets though. So I guess we'll see how many are available. It's probably going to be really crazy to get those tickets. I'm going to try to ask
Amanda
everyone
have
I possibly can.
connections?
She does, but not to that extent. She also had tickets from 2020 that she sold. So she would have had 2 tickets if she would have kept them, but she didn't. So
could you imagine going and trying to buy back your tickets that you sold to somebody? Be like, hey, so I'll double it if you give me those back.
They'll be like, no, triple it. Wait, no, what would Cad Bane say? Whatever someone's paying you, we'll pay you double.
We'll match.
All you have to do is let things play out.
I'd be careful where I stick my nose.
He doesn't have a nose. That's what's funny.
That's why he lost his nose. He lost his nose because he stuck it where he shouldn't have.
No,
but he learned.
Somebody took his nose when he was an infant, and he never got it back.
He's the Voldemort of Star Wars. Kira has to make an appearance. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you guys. I feel like his presence was just so intimidating and overwhelming. I feel like he is obviously working for the Pikes, but I don't know. I feel like they're serving a larger power as well. I feel like the Pikes are not operating alone. Like, I don't know. Just with how scary Cad Bane was, it led me to believe, like, I was just waiting for him to say Crimson Dawn. Like, Crimson Dawn.
How did the Pikes even become the Pikes? I don't know enough about, like, Pike lore, but they seem pretty dumb, dude.
They've always been like pushovers.
Yeah.
They've never, I said this last time.
So they just follow the money. Like, they just follow the money and know how to make money. They don't know how to do that, I guess.
They're spice dealers. That's all they are.
Yeah.
They were always like the 3rd most powerful crime syndicate.
Spice melange.
Yeah. Everybody rips off Dune.
Dude, we just see Timothée Chalamet in this next episode for no reason. We're like, wait, what's happening
Paul
now?
Atreides comes.
Like
I honestly, that would break my brain, but I wouldn't say no. I mean, I'll take it.
It's like Star Wars and Dune are in the same universe.
Jesus Christ.
We need desert power.
Like they've been mining on the other side of Tatooine this whole time, and Mos Eisley is the Star Wars side of Tatooine. Boom.
That crate dragon was actually just one of the sandworms from Dune.
it just evolved on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Duke Leto gets reincarnated as Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
Atreides.
Atreides. Same thing.
Stop! I love Dune. I want a Dune TV show.
There are no aliens in Dune.
Ah,
Alternate universe.
there are some weird,
but not like
species.
Star Wars esque. So it definitely couldn't be in the same universe. But like, what if maybe? No, I'm not even gonna start. No point in starting on that.
We're
rabbit hole.
fangirling too hard over here.
Let's move on to so Yoda's lightsaber was really.
Oh, we forgot to talk about Yoda's lightsaber.
Yep.
Yeah,
Whoops.
like really intriguing because we see his lightsaber being destroyed in I think the Darth Vader comic from a few years ago.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's the right hand to Palpatine that threw it in like a furnace or something. Right?
Yeah,
And, like,
Masamada, I
announced-
think.
Masamada, and then announced, yeah, the oppression's over or something.
Exactly. So either
Yeah.
I guess he made another one, or he always had two, but we never see that in the originals or anything like that. So I hope they explain that at some point. I don't care that much about it.
I think
It's
it just
fine.
I think it just means they just retcon that, and like Yoda's lightsaber is somehow in the hands of something. I'm sure Star Wars Theory will make up a whole thing about it that we can
Yeah.
hear about later.
I hope
They
Luke's
retconned
not
it.
just
They
lying to
retconned it, but
him.
how? Like, what's the story behind it? That'd be pretty cool to know.
Yeah.
They are all.
What do you guys
humans.
think he's gonna choose?
He's gonna go back to Den. I'm like 90% sure.
Well, they
that's-
are acknowledging the comments in a way because of Chrysanthemum, right? So like, there's some
Yeah.
comic. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying that like in his N1 ship, like they were careful to have like this spot for Grogu and I just don't see him choosing to stay with Luke, honestly. He's gonna go back to Mando. He's too popular.
He's
of a
like,
character.
bitch, I need to go see Daddy. That's what he's gonna do.
Is that what he's gonna say? Those are gonna
That's
be
exactly
his
what
first
he's
words.
gonna say. Yeah.
I thought we were gonna hear his first words, maybe when Luke was talking to him about the way that Yoda talked. I really thought they were setting that up for Grogu to like speak.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
I
Actually,
would've-
that would have been so cute too.
I would have died. I don't think that would have been the straw that broke the camel's back for me.
You would have turned the TV off and ended it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to hear him speak.
It's gonna be so cute.
He's so cute. He's a little tiny little thing. This little oversized rope.
What if his voice is really deep? He's just like,
It's like Morgan Freeman.
I want to see Mando.
Really, Max Rebo's the key to everything anyway. So if he goes back to Din, then that's the end of Luke, right?
Unless Luke's involved in Ahsoka.
Unless Ben does something.
Dude, I would love to see Luke and Ahsoka team up. I'd love that. It'd be so cool.
We'll probably see him in the Ahsoka series. at
We're
some
saying
point or
Hayden in the
something.
Ahsoka series.
Yes, we are.
Oh my god.
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
God.
I want to see
I'm
Luke
try-
and Hayden interact. Like, I want to see that too. There's so much I want to see. And seeing something like last episode where they just gave us all this stuff that I didn't think we'd get gives me
Yeah.
hope that we'll see some of these things that
It's
I
like, hey,
thought.
Dad.
You got anything to tell me about the future? Maybe anything Palpatine's up to?
It's like, remember, son, if anyone has the high ground, run away.
Well, that's my final question for you guys, because everyone's already starting to make predictions, and I don't even know if they're going to continue with this, but if there is a post-credit scene like there was with Mando season 2 to tease Book of Boba Fett, if that's the case for this show, this finale next week, what do you think it would be teasing?
I don't know. Maybe they save the Grogu reunion with Mando for that. Maybe that's yeah. I don't know, but I don't know. Like I think I'd have a better idea while I'm watching next week's episode because I could kind of see maybe where things are going.
Yeah,
But
anything could happen.
yeah, it's. I mean, after last week's episode, anything's on the table. It feels like.
Yeah.
Well, like, okay, I'm looking at this question. Where would he have gotten a kyber crystal though? Where would he have gotten the hill? He was on Dagobah, right? So how would he have constructed a new saber if he didn't
I don't
leave,
know.
right? Yeah.
My
so,
feeling
I
is
mean,
that they're gonna retcon it. That's my feeling.
yeah, that's how I see. I don't see another way. But sorry, Kat. What was the question? I was like looking at that question and thinking.
If we get a post-credit scene in this show,
who's it gonna be?
Yeah, what's it gonna be?
I like the idea of Kira because it makes sense, but also I don't want it to just be like too much. Like I like kind of mystery, and I mean I think everything they've done so far is good. It's not too on the nose, but if they just start including too much, then it kind of ruins the whole magic of cameos and everything. Then it just doesn't a cameo anymore. It's just expected. So I don't know. I'm not expecting anything too much for a post-credit scene, but if it is going to be a post-credit scene, probably like Kira or Crimson Dawn or something would be cool. I'd like that very much.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm trying to think in context of what shows they would do, like if they're going to tease a show. Or I mean, do you think it's even possible?
I don't think they'll tease Kenobi. I think we need a trailer.
What if it's a Kenobi trailer? They do like you know what Marvel does sometimes, where they put a trailer at the end of the credits.
That's right.
Yeah, like Spider-Man they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo.
It's gonna be a Max Rebo trailer. It's gonna be a Max Rebo scene.
Max Rebo. Wait, what's that like old movie where he's like a kid and he drops out of school or something? Max something. Do you remember? It was like an old Max something skip school or
Keeble's big
Max
move.
Keeble's big move. Yeah, like just like Max Rebo's big move or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Come on,
do you think it's possible? Because Book of Boba Fett, nobody knew was happening. That was the total shock to everybody when they dropped that.
Oh, so they're gonna announce something that hasn't been announced yet.
Do you think? I would be fine if this becomes a new tradition.
Maybe a Fennec show? I don't think so. Maybe not a Fennec show. Because I feel like she's super tied to Boba now. So
yeah, it wouldn't be much. I don't know. Unless it was like a prequel to the events that took place before Mando season 1, maybe. Yeah. What she was up to previously.
Maybe a season 2 of Boba Fett.
I would take that.
I would say it's almost a necessity at this point.
And I've been looking at this through the lens that it's only just this mini series. Has that been confirmed? Do we know? I feel like nobody knows for sure.
I don't know.
I don't see it having a second season. I see them just being like, okay, this book has been told. Next book. Book of Grogu and Friends. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think the whole idea about them announcing something that hasn't been announced, that sounded so bad. Announcing something that hasn't been announced, it could be like, really interesting. That was a good, interesting thing to bring up. I didn't even think about that. I was just expecting it to be like Kenobi, or maybe like a Kira thing for season 2 of Book of Boba, or like something for Mando, or I don't know, something.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot that's in the pipeline: Andor, Kenobi, Bad Batch 2, Mando season 3, Ahsoka, Acolyte. I mean, stuff that hasn't even been in production yet. So I'm like, would they realistically add a new show to all that? But I mean, I wouldn't say no. I'll take it.
I've been banging on this drum for a long time, but give me a freaking live action Clone Wars movie or miniseries. Like, I would die. Like, that would be so good.
I would like Old Republic too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be fun. That could be doable too. It would just be probably very expensive, but it would be very doable.
They can do it.
It'd be all new characters, and it's like you don't have to bring anyone back CGI or deepfake anything anymore.
Yeah,
you can just have. You could have like a Game of Thrones S type show for Old Republic. Just have different factions because you have the Sith now. It could be really cool. A live action Republic Commando show.
That'd be cool. Get
That'd be cool.
Tamara to voice it.
Yeah.
The Book of Binks.
I'll take it.
Watto's Wattpad.
Oh my gosh.
Just everything Jar Jar's been doing politically in between episode 1 and 3. And it's just all politics, like they were complaining about the prequels having politics. It's just a show that's only about politics.
It's him as like an intern for Padme, and he's like getting her coffee, and
he's just like spilling coffee over everyone and like dropping papers everywhere and like not a good intern, and then they just promote him because they're so sick of him being an intern.
Yeah.
And then he's just like the second hand to Padme or whatever the hell his actual title was. I don't even know.
That's a good idea. So good, Ghost Anakin. That's what Tom is predicting. Tom thinks Force ghosts are going to show up to Luke in the next episode.
I thought they might have in the last episode. I thought, like when Luke and Grogu were sitting there, it was like, oh, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? They didn't do it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Or even when Ahsoka said he's like your dad. Like maybe even see some Anakin right there.
Dude, if Anakin showed up in that scene, I would have cried. I think I would have cried.
I would have ceased to exist. Stop.
You're already ceasing to exist on everything, so it's like
I gotta stop using that line. Yeah, I would have shut off like R2D2.
Well, it's definitely a better way of saying, than to say something, that I obviously can't say on here because we'll probably get removed. But that's a better way of saying that type of thing. Yeah, no, I don't mind the politics of Star Wars either. I'm just saying that was like a big criticism that like, oh, it's like, why are there so much politics in Star? It's like because it's Star Wars intergalactic. There's a lot of politics involved in that. To think there isn't is kind of ridiculous. It adds more context to like everything and why things happen the way they do. So I like the politics personally. We've had enough war for a while. How about more lore and force and lightsabers?
I want to dig into the Sith, and I think the Acolyte will, but I feel like the Sith need a deep dive in the way that the Jedi have gotten a deep dive.
They deserve it.
I think they'd get far better ratings and a lot more people would tune in. I think it's a lot more people like the bad guys. That's just how it works.
So I would hope that they wouldn't like hero wash the Sith like in the Acolyte. I hope that the main character in the Acolyte is not like how they've done with Cruella, where it's like, well, she's bad, but she's really like the world made her this way. She's not like
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like
Sheev's dad hit him with a rake every morning.
Exactly. It's like at a certain point, it's okay to let your villains be villains. You don't need to always rationalize them.
Or pull an Iden Versio and have them switch sides.
Oh my god, that pissed me off. I was like, God, Disney or Lucasfilm.
Oh, that was probably one of the worst moves they could have done.
Because they marketed it as like, oh, you're gonna get to play as the Empire for 2 missions.
Like,
ooh, Thrawn.
I would take that.
I would take it. They'd have to do it. They'd have to connect it organically, I think.
And he would have to be bluer than how blue Cad Bane.
What if it's just Cad Bane as Thrawn? They just reuse the same.
It's like, wait, didn't we already see him? No.
No, he's wearing something different.
He's wearing an Admiral outfit. That's not Cad Bane. It's like, oh, okay.
Or it's not even he's wearing anything different. It's just like a text that says Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Grand Admiral Thrawn, yeah. They add subtitles, even though they don't have to add subtitles, just to specify that it's not Cad Bane. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the Ahsoka show should have Thrawn in it, right? So.
Oh yeah.
They cast him, right? It's been announced who they cast, correct?
Jason Isaacs? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think they have announced it. I thought
it was I thought they announced that it is gonna. Maybe I can't tell what's real or what's not anymore.
Who would you want to see cast as Thrawn?
Just the guy who voiced him.
Lars.
Lars Mikkelsen.
What, oh no, yeah, they did say it. He is playing. Thrawn.
That's okay. That
Lars,
is, yeah.
Lars Mikkelsen. Yeah, I remember now. He is.
Well,
Gonna play Thrawn.
he's showing up on IMDb.
Uh,
Oh wait, is he? No, he's not.
Lars Mikkelsen.
He's not. It comes up on when you search it on Google. It comes up, but that's not reliable.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna tell us what that is until what happens. That's usually the situation. No,
No, you're wrong.
you're wrong.
Maybe I am.
I like how he says Lars Mikkelsen though.
Milkinson.
Yeah, dude. Look, it's my new camera. It zooms in. I go in, and then it follows me, and then
I was
go
gonna
out,
say,
and it
what's the
follows
deal
me.
with your camera today?
It's so
It's
that I
been
can
very-
lay back and have the camera still like tight, and I'm not just like in the back randomly.
That's
So like if I'm
pretty
over
sweet.
here, you can come in.
It's
I'm
a little
over
bit
here,
scary
comes in.
though.
It can be dramatic effect. Like if you like say something that wows me, I'm like,
Yeah.
Somebody
That's-
make that into a GIF.
oh no.
Oh my god.
They're casting for Ahsoka currently. I feel like we should be in the show. I think we've done enough to get to be in there as like a little cameo. Especially
I'll be
Kat. She's an actress after all.
We can dress up as Ewoks.
I can
Regular
be a-
sized Ewoks. We'll just
I
be
can be a
normal
stormtrooper
size
that doesn't wear a helmet.
and is naked.
No, it just wears a beanie. That's it. That's my character. I don't know what my character name would be though. Oh, by the way, speaking of character names that we created, Kat, remember when you recorded that for Illyria Danner?
Oh my
Like
gosh,
your-
that's right.
Yeah, remember that? I like found that the other day. I was like, I totally forgot to edit that and create that, but I still need
I
an
totally
animator.
forgot about that. So
I still need an animator to like put it all together because I think it's hilarious. You're just like interviewing.
it was
like, a
so much
clone.
fun.
Yeah, you did a great job.
I
too.
got
So,
into it.
when I edit that together, we'll see how that goes. But
People in
I
the
just
chat are
found it the
probably
other
like,
day and I
"What are we
totally
talking
forgot
about?"
about it.
That happened like right before you guys moved, right? Like right as your life got super hectic.
Yeah, like right when I was like, okay, I need to turn away from Evil Ewok for like a month, and then it turned into 3 months.
I'm not salty. I'm not salty.
Zach as Watto. It doesn't even say your last name in IMDb. It just says Zach and it has a
It's just
question mark
Zach.
under the picture. Yeah. Morgan
think
Freeman is
Watto-
Darth Jar Jar.
Do you think Watto will ever show up in live action ever again for any reason at all under the sun?
People thought he was gonna show up in this show.
He's
Or was
dead,
that
I
just-
think. I think Vader
No.
kills him.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Wait, kills who? Sorry, I was reading
Watto.
something.
Let me make sure. Let me go on to Wikipedia.
He killed Watto. He just went back and killed him.
I think.
Let's see. Is
Really?
he alive in canon?
Is Watto alive? If Max Rebo can survive, Watto can survive.
Oh, he's okay. He's alive, as far as we know.
Told
So
you.
this is the last thing we know about Watto. During his exile on Tatooine after Order 66, Obi-Wan Kenobi purchased a humidifier from Watto at an inflated price.
They have humidifiers in Star Wars. That's the most interesting
Wait, is
part
that
of
really what it says, or are you just
Yeah,
making a joke?
no, that's what happened. So we might see Watto in the Kenobi series.
Whoa.
Check,
and
Watto.
then Vader will kill him.
Yeah, this is the plot. I already got it figured out.
The
So
plot of the
basically-
Kenobi series is Anakin's vendetta against Watto for selling his mom.
No. The plot is Obi-Wan doesn't have the credits to buy this humidifier. So the whole plot is Obi-Wan going on this quest to get enough credits to buy the humidifier from Watto.
And then the side story of Anakin killing him.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
because Anakin's like, I want to kill Obi-Wan, but I can't catch up to him. So fuck it,
No,
I'll
it's-
just kill
it's
Watto
gonna be-
instead.
This is what's going to happen. It's going to be 6 episodes of that plot, and then episode 7 is going to be just Vader randomly going and killing Watto, and then we're going to tune out, and then it's gonna cut to the Kenobi ending. You're like, wait, that was
No,
Vader
it's
the entire time, and then there's gonna be the finale, and then he's gonna go and buy the humidifier, and then it's gonna cut out. And then
it's gonna be 4 episodes of Kenobi, and then like 2 episodes of basically the Mandalorian, and then the finale's gonna be Kenobi again.
As long as
And
Nick
this-
feels comfortable, there's humidifiers. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I'm stunned that they've got humidifiers in Star Wars.
Randall Perkins. My jokes have failed me for the last time.
Dude, if Watto shows up in the Kenobi series, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I think we need to stream every episode of the Kenobi just in case.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
We're not for the sake of watching the Kenobi series, just for the sake of hopefully maybe seeing Watto. And then
We should.
and then we see Hayden, we see all these flashbacks of Temple. We're sitting here like all upset, like
Yeah.
bored. And then wow, no Watto again. Oh,
We'll have like this live stream that like perpetually goes on our channel. It's called Watto Watch, where it's just like a countdown. It's like a clock of like time that we haven't seen Watto. it just goes until we finally do see Watto.
or until you put on the mask.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Oh God. Well, anyway, that puts us over. But I think that
Yeah.
was a good discussion. So far, Book of Boba Fett has been spectacular when Boba Fett's not involved. That seems to be the synopsis.
Phrase it like that.
But overall, the series is like maybe a 7 with the new episodes like 8, 9. We'll see what the finale is like, what the end credit scene is. If we get a trailer, whatever it is, I'm excited. We might stream it. I might just go to my office and stay late and just stream it from there like we normally
find that
do.
software because that would be super fun. Not that I don't
Yeah,
want
and
to
then we
hear
can
you
do that.
guys, but I more so don't want you to hear me because I'm gonna be like,
Blah,
disrupt
exactly.
your
You're
view.
gonna do that exactly.
I'm
Blah.
gonna throw up actually during it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want you to be disturbed by that.
Makes
You're
me
gonna cease
want
to
to have their
exist.
own buddy cop type show.
Yeah, I might cease to exist on camera.
But anyway,
gets, like,
guys.
Thanos snapped off.
I just blow
On
away. in the
that,
wind.
now that we're talking about Thanos, I think it's a good segue
Yeah.
into
We're
heading
not even
off
talking about Star Wars
for this
anymore.
week. But guys, let us know if this is a good time to do this at. Obviously, a lot of you can't be on here because of the time difference. If there's a different time that works for everyone, please let us know in the comments and everything after the stream ends. Obviously, I want to keep doing this. I want to bring the watch parties back. It's just figuring out a good schedule that works for all of us is kind of a struggle right now, but I'm glad you guys are still all here. For those of you that still are, it's late where we are. Relatively, it's probably late where everyone else is, or it's early morning, which is even crazier because much love to you guys. But on that note, we will see you guys next time.
May the force
May
be
the
with
force
you.
be with you.